No matter the type of chicken you keep, be it local chicken, broilers or layers, one disease that strikes fear in the heart of every chicken farmer is the Newcastle disease. In this video, I will share with you one method I have used to effectively combat Newcastle disease in my farm. In case if this is your first time of seeing my channel, my name is John. I'm a passionate local chicken farmer, and in this channel we talk about local chicken and all farm related topics. Now let's talk about Newcastle. The first question is, how will you know if your chicken is suffering from Newcastle? Well, you look out for these symptoms, and I must say the early detection of these symptoms is key in the management of this deadly disease. What are some of these symptoms that you look out for? Well, you look out for sudden loss of appetite, coughing, gasping, watery eyes, convulsion, paralysis, nasal discharge, that is fluid coming out from the nose or from the mouth, and sometimes twisting of the neck, or nervous signs like shaky legs. When you see any of these symptoms, know that your chicken is unmistakably down with Newcastle. At that time, what will you do? Well, I must say that the best way of managing this disease is through prevention, and this can be achieved through vaccination. So ensure that you vaccinate your chickens. But however, sometimes this disease will strike, and when this disease comes, you cannot vaccinate. Please never vaccinate a sick chicken. It will not work. So that time is no longer time for vaccination. That time is gone. What you do then is to manage the disease. I use the word management intentionally because we cannot say that you are treating Newcastle per se. Newcastle disease currently does not have any specific treatment. Yes, it does not have any treatment. Some people may administer antibiotics. However, antibiotics is just intended to prevent further infections. It does not really cure the Newcastle. So what we do in this, well, what we just do is to manage this sickness. So when it comes to management of Newcastle disease, prevention and control measures are still the best. So what are some of these control measures? I'll talk about some of the don'ts. When the chicken is sick, sometimes this chicken may be a very big chicken and it will be down with Newcastle. Resist the temptation to slaughter the chicken for meat. I remember those days when we were still small. My mom used to keep few local chickens. So when they are done with Newcastle, she will hurriedly get us to, slaughter the chicken, prepare it so that we can eat it. At that time, we do this for two reasons. One, to prevent the spread of the disease, because we believe once the chicken is still alive and is still there, the tendency, the risk is there that the infection will spread to others. So the best thing to do at that time is to slaughter the chicken and we eat it. We believe that when the chicken is boiled, you boil it in the fire, that the heat of the fire will kill both the new and the castle in it, making it free to be consumed. However, further studies have shown that it is actually not healthy to eat diseased chicken. Yes, there are some bacteria that leave toxin, that their toxins, they cannot die, they cannot be eradicated by heat. Example of such a toxin is the botulinum and the botulism toxin. These toxins can cause health challenges. So sometimes years later, people may just be down with some health challenges and they may be struggling with these challenges without knowing that it may be as a result of the diseased chicken that they have consumed over the years. So resist the temptation of doing that. The best thing to do is to isolate that chicken at that time, administer drugs, especially the herbal organic mixture I'm going to show you in a short while now. Now the second thing not to do is, don't throw the chicken away when they are dead. What do I mean? You see, despite the best medical care, sometimes, despite the best drugs, be it antibiotics, be it organic mixture, sometimes this chicken may die. Even the best of the doctors lose their patients. So sometimes death is inevitable when Newcastle strikes. When it happens, please don't throw this chicken away. What you do is dig ground and bury it. I've fallen victim to this. There was a time my neighbor's chicken was affected with this deadly disease called Newcastle. So what they did was they just threw the dead chicken away, and before long my chicks had to go and feed on the decomposing corpse, and before you know it, that night all my chickens were dead. All those chickens that ate those decomposing corpse, they were just dead. So what I'm saying here is, resist the temptation of throwing them away. Just dig a hole and bury them. This will go a long way to forestall any spread of the disease. Now let's talk about the herbal solution I use to combat this disease in my farm. If you have watched it here, why not consider subscribing? That simple act of touching that subscribe button will go a long way to show your generosity. It will show your willingness to support smaller channels like ours, and it will go a long way in encouraging us to continue dishing out content like this. So when it comes to organic solution, there are many that people out there use. Some people use the marijuana seed, but that is a bit illegal in most countries. However, the one I use is the aloe vera. Yes, aloe vera. I'm sure everybody will know aloe vera. The aloe vera gel together with the chili pepper, the hot red chili pepper. These two combination, how I do it is I bring the two and I blend the two. I blend the two of them and put it in water. Sometimes because the chicken might be weak, so the chicken may not be able to drink by itself, so I use spoon to feed the chicken, ensure that this solution gets into the system of the chicken. Then after a few days you start noticing improvement. Then put this thing in their water. Then within 2 to 5 days you should see a noticeable improvement. I must tell you, in most cases, not all the cases, because nobody can guarantee 100% success. In fact, no remedy, no drugs can guarantee 100% success. But in most cases where I have personally used this, my chicken have recovered. So this is what I said, let me share with you today. If this is your first time, please consider subscribing to our channel. Be rest assured that you are pressing that subscribe button will go a long way to help us and encourage us to continue dishing out such similar content like this.